All right, guys, welcome to day 5 on our Iowa line. First coon of the day. We got a little late start today. My daughter's kind of being a little pain this morning getting ready for school. We're out here now. We had about, what did we get last night? Probably an inch of rain, inch and a half of rain. Yeah, we got pretty good rain last night early. I'm hoping they moved really well after that, but we're gonna find out here in the next 8 to 10 hours. Well, sorry about the wind here, guys. It's pretty brutal today, so the sound might not be so great, but first double of the day. A couple of dinks that we're probably not going to be bringing home with us, but just going up here to a cornfield. Nice to see a double after all that rain. Like I said, we got hammered last night, had thunderstorm warnings and everything else. So anyway, get these guys taken care of. Get down the road, fellas. All right, guys, so we got that rain last night. You can see what it did to my 220 here. There's absolutely no way I'm going to catch anything in that. The rain knocked all my fluff down. It makes for a long day, but you've got to keep these things operationable, which means you've got to refluff them. If you don't, you might as well not even have that trap there. There'd be no reason to. So I kind of get that refluffed up, make that look a lot more appealing to want to go through. Yeah, you got to do it, and it sucks because it's a lot of work, especially when there's no coon in it, running all the way down here in the ditch hundreds of times a day. But you got to do it because it's not going to catch anything, and then you're just driving by wasting your time. This is an old possum, fellas. He has no teeth hardly left at all. I don't think I've ever seen one that like that for. No canines, no nothing left. All right, guys, finally got us a real double here. Really nice coon and dog proof here. This is the first catch on this trail. We have not caught anything on this trail yet. So got a nice 3X coon here on the other side of the road. We got us a coon and a 220 coming right down the trail. So just a fence line crossing over to a kind of a pasture feed lot with a ditch down there. But I'll take double any way I can get them. That's a nice coon here. Kind of looks like an old fella. He's got a really old looking face to him. I mean, he looks like he's been through war. Just a nice old coon here. But we'll get him taken care of and get down the road, guys. Well, we got us a double here today. A fair coon and another Pepe Le Pew. We've really been hammering them this year. I'm really happy about that. They're about the only thing worth any money right now, so really happy about that. We're gonna pull the truck forward and get it upwind just in case, and get these taken care of. All right, first coon in this location as well. Nice big bore coon here. Just a little trail going from timber to timber. These timber to timber locations are really my late season spots that I'm gonna really pick up some fur on. But just a nice little, wasn't even much of a trail through here. You can still see my rat stretcher there. Just kind of a little wash, I guess you could say. It wasn't a whole lot of sign, but you know, if coon are gonna come through here, they're gonna follow that wash down. And I set this conibear right on that kind of a, I guess you'd call it a step down location. But just perfect little spot for it. We'll fence it down a little bit here. That kind of step up location here, it's gonna make it so I don't have to go too crazy on the fencing, but I definitely want to do something here. So kind of use that, block that off, and there we go. She's ready for another one. All right, guys, we just let this possum out of the trap. This is where I had that quad on possums yesterday, so apparently there's quite a few possums around. But something else I want to show you. This happens a couple times a year. I caught my bait stealing culprit. Looks like a guinea or a ground squirrel, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, he actually got a hold of that trigger and it really tore him up pretty good. But that's your culprit. You know, when I do this stuff, the road line with just cat food for bait, you know, I am catching I do have a lot of bait come up missing. It's mostly because of ground squirrels and stuff, but that's just because I'm using dry cat food for bait, nothing else. It's just kind of part of it, guys. So I just keep refreshing it up and keep it full. You know, a lot of guys say, hey, don't put it so full, that's a waste of food. This cat food's cheap, inexpensive, and you know, generally a full trap's gonna last 2 or 3 days with a bunch of ground squirrels. So anyway, getting down the road. There's definitely not a whole lot of coon going in the nice dry fluffy side of my box today. Pretty much everything's going to be wet, which is kind of frustrating, but it's part of the game, guys. So you can see the trail where he was coming down right underneath this big cedar tree. That's kind of the name of the game for what I'm doing. Explain to me how that raccoon is so muddy, but that possum looks so clean. I'd much rather be taking that possum home than this coon, that's for sure. Got a nice pair of mud balls down here that are gonna need a bath when we get home, but still happy to see them. It's been kind of a slower day, not terrible, but it's been a slower day. So get them taken care of and get down the road, and we're about roughly halfway through, probably a little less than halfway, about 10:30. So get them taken care of, get down the road. We got some nice big coon here. That wind is howling now, guys, so I apologize if this doesn't turn out real well, but really nice coon here. Just coming from a nice ditch, going to cornfield on the other side of the road. I can't even tell you how happy I am to see a remotely dry coon today. Everything's been soaked. He's not very happy, but right below a cedar tree, cornfield right behind us, guys. Nice coon here. This is starting to become one of our really good spots here. We're, I think, 4 for 5 on this this location, going underneath the cedar tree. I think it was my thumbnail for one of my last videos, but really nice coon here. Just coming down from a pond, guys. Found the trail underneath the cedar tree, crossing the road, some denning areas. Finally down here in a little low spot where I can actually get some filming done without that wind howling. The day's actually picking up pretty good. I'm not exactly sure where we're at, but we're getting a lot more consistent than we started off this morning, so very happy about that. Nice double. Everything's muddy though. I'm really hoping this wind starts drying this stuff out, so I can, you know, probably 3/4 of my truckload is going to have to be power washed once I get home. It's kind of miserable, but it is what it is. You got to keep working through it and keep pushing on, but get them taken care of and head to our next segment. Here we got a pretty nice coon coming up from this creek system. Just basically a high bank trail. You know, they're crossing over the road instead of going through the tube. We got actually it's a bean field behind us, but this draw goes on for probably 300-400 yards of nice timber. So I'd actually call this more of a timber location with the creek system running through it. But you know, we're starting to finish up the day. Numbers are actually pretty decent. The wind is miserable, but we're doing the best we can. Kind of hustling down the road. I gotta start getting some fur done. My Skinner, it sounds like he got sick on me, so kind of on my own now. So we're hustling along, trying to get stuff done. All we can do. Probably hard to tell. One just ran into the tube, but double, kind of small. This one here is probably a keeper. Pretty small. Just going up the trail, going to cornfield, guys. Oh, we got us a little guy here, just coming off a corn row, going back to another fence line and corn row. Little farmstead down the road here with all kinds of cattle and stuff. And these coon will go to those cattle lots too, guys. I mean, they're eating all the leftover feed. I mean, you'd be surprised how many coon will live in a cattle lot. But that wind is just brutal, guys. Sorry filming hasn't been great right now, but you couldn't hear me through half of this stuff. It's just, I mean, it almost feels like a hurricane without the rain going on here. But we'll get him. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're keeping him or what we're gonna do. He's kind of a dinky one, but get on down the road here, guys. Truck's filling up quick. I'm really surprised at what we're doing today. Just kind of one step at a time, one coon at a time, racking up the numbers. That's what we're doing. Got us a really nice big coon here. Really nice big boy. Yeah, just going, you can actually see the hole under the fence there in the corner. Just a fence line, and on the other side of me is corn. That's all it is. This is actually where last year I picked up a couple fox and dog proofs, which was quite a sight to see. 2 days apart, 2 fox and 2 dog proofs. I couldn't even comprehend that. That's pretty cool. Pretty rare for it to happen, so have it 2 days in a row is pretty awesome. But wrapping up the line, we'll get him taken care of. We've probably got another 20 locations and call it a day. All right, we got us a nice one here. Nice coon coming down this trail. You can see it behind him. It wraps around a mature timber with corn behind me, guys. Same thing over and over and over. Nice coon. Come on, Rocky. Eat a Snickers, you're not yourself. Nice coon here going up underneath the evergreen, or the cedar tree. Going to cornfield, guys, like I said. Same exact thing every time, pretty much. Oh, he wants a piece. But small coon. We've had a small run today, which is kind of frustrating. There's probably, I think we're at 12 not getting the truck ride home. So this one's borderline, but we'll end up taking him. All right, he'd been sitting in the sun a little bit, makes me nervous, but got a nice 220 coon here. Got extremely lucky on this. Uh-oh, that's the one that's got the safety that likes to wrap up in the coil. There we go. So I got really lucky. We left one safety hook on. It does happen from time to time. I'm not perfect by any means, guys, but this is, I think, 3 or 4 coon we've taken off this trail now. Really good location. However, I do not see, there it is. I got my muskrat stretcher. Just a good little timber trail going to a little bit of timber on the other side, and I think that leads on up over here to the cornfield. But nice little location. Get those safeties off so I don't make that mistake again. And just like so, I don't have to fence it off crazy a lot because it's pretty naturally funneled here, but it's a good looking trail. Really decent coon here. I'm really bad at putting traps too close together this year. I'm trying to get as many sets in these row locations as I can, and I'm definitely getting a few of them a little too close. But just an awesome trail going right up there, right through the small brush there. But man, what a trail! What a trail! Just, this is actually a creek here that runs through, but they're going through the tube and then kind of outskirting the side of it and going up through the timber here. So nice coon. We got one stop after this, and let's see what happens. All right, guys, here we are, end of day 5. We ended up coming home with 58, which I'm very happy with. However, my size drastically got smaller. We did have still probably 10 that didn't make the truck ride home with us, but I'm happy with that. I am. You know, 58, all things considered, is good. My big dilemma right now, the reason you see all these coons over here on the north side of my shop, is my skinner's at home sick. So I've still got almost all of yesterday's coon to skin by myself tonight. It's gonna make for a long night. Not even sure when you're gonna see this video posted because I got a lot of work to do. It's one thing to go out and catch all these animals. It's a completely new, another concept to go out and skin everything by yourself. I did it a couple years ago when I was just skinning and just harvesting the fur, but now I got all these other markets that adds 35-40 seconds to skinning each one. It's gonna take a while. So anyway, guys, end of day 5, 58 on top of 259. What is that, 317? So sitting at 317 after 5 days. Not great, but I'm okay with it. I'm really nervous to see how far along I get skinning. Hopefully my skinner gets feeling better, and then I can just rock and roll. I still got over half my line not set yet, so I have potential for some really big days ahead yet. But all things considered, you know, I'm not Superman. I can't do all of it and harvest all my markets and everything else like I want to off these animals. without him here. So it's definitely a team effort with him. Definitely worth his weight in gold, that's for sure. So anyway, getting off here, I'm gonna start taking care of stuff now, guys. I got a lot of work to do.